What do you need, buddy? What you need, Benny? You got an upset tummy, huh, Benno? What you need, sir? I just went out to put some watermelon on the fence for the birds, magpies, crows, whatever. Magpie was up there yesterday.
Oh, magpie, oh Lord.
And a freaking truck. I was like, I hear this down. I could hear it like a thump, 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 and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. I couldn't believe how far I heard it from. It was like down beyond past. Look at Luna's laser eyes.
Oh.
The hill, and then it was a Suburban, and it had a flat tire.
Oh, wow.
And it evidently didn't want to change the tire on the dirt road, so it was trying to get up to the hot tire. So it's like, and then it started going faster. I'm like, dude, the rubber's gonna come off the rim.
Oh,
come on, Benny. So it just goes to show I get the evidence in my, every time. I'm always constantly reminded that somebody's going through a struggle. Everywhere somebody, they can't, it's like, it's an old truck. It's like, they don't got the money to fix that.
They're older.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm going to get the new tires soon. Those are the kind of people I'd be like, hey, I got a set for you.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
nice.
Like here,
Yeah.
I don't need it anymore, but the colonists are just so big on 1,000% return on their investment.
Yes.
And I think all that shit's all stupid and crap. It's all freaking reindeer game bullshit. What do you need, Vinny? Outside, bud? Come on, Bubba. Good boy. I'm back in the mindset of less is more. I've been going through this thing when I feed the dogs, like, I mix their wet food with dry food with wet food and, like, give them all this vitamins and stuff. They're old dogs. Dogs don't metabolize the way we do. So, freaking, like, since I've been doing this the last, I don't know, week or so, I noticed that one of them has soft stool at some point, so I gotta lay off. You try to do things to take care of things you love, and sometimes the things that you're doing is to the things that you love's detriment. And so you gotta take my human emotions off there. What makes them comfortable? They're all getting old. They're not gonna live forever. There's nothing I can do. They got their own. They were autonomous beings. We have our own path, and we can't walk the path for other people. All we could do is show them, like, what happens when you go down that way. What happens when you go that way. It's all we can do. So now Benny has an upset stomach. Their meetings to me as of late, like autonomous beings, where like we're autonomous, like we should be able to do whatever we want. The thing of it is, with the species with opposable thumbs, we're the ones that are supposed to be custodians of the earth. But there's people that don't have practical skills, so they created all these reindeer games, these made-up systems, economics, politics, religion, which in turn creates division and clubs and secrets and control and dominance and all that stuff. I don't think mostly people, I don't think, want to have much to do with all that kind of stuff, you know? I would, it's like people, but now what being autonomous has evolved into is just creating systems for people that give themselves just enough rope to hang themselves. I always thought it was really bizarre. I always thought it was really, really bizarre that systems weren't created to help the single mother, help their kids thrive. Never. I'm 50 years old and I still ain't seen it. But they still, year after year, freaking perpetuate silly holidays and killing people in places we don't belong. Like, why is that okay, but not freaking, people meet, they think it's going to work out, and then, like, one of them doesn't want to do it no more. Oftentimes it's the mom, too. She cuts out, leaves the dad with the kids. It's hard. It's hard to be single and support things that you love. And look at all the people that say, oh, I work hard for my family. No, you work hard so you can stay away from your family and not have to deal with all the stuff that comes with having the family, but you can rely on the words of, I'm going to keep myself away because it's better for me to make money for them so they can run around and be spoiled brats than, be the positive role model in their life to show them that money's not all that matters. So you got, populations of people that are growing up with, oh, my mom or dad, they made the choice to take care of us by working instead of, being there for our emotional needs. And, well, are we seeing the direct evidence of that? What happens when that happens? Good boy, Beanie. Benny, you want to come up over here, buddy? Handsome man? Beanie. I was watching some TikToks this morning, and I was watching this lady that was like petting her daughter's cat. Her daughter has a cat and she doesn't like cats. So she's like all like dismissive and shit to the cat. And I was just like, that's not what it got me thinking is that's not somebody that hates animals. Cats and dogs per se. They don't like loving things. They don't like affection because they don't want to give it. Because to them, it's a contract in some capacity. And then you have those that just hate dogs and cats. Like soul connections to the most pure things on the earth are animals and young and we want to keep that spark in them. We want to keep it like their whole life, right? Yet these systems were created for dominance and control and do as I say and not as I do, and that's not what the human spirit wants. Today is a day where they're memorializing killing people in places and dying in places that we have no business in. Our government, look at our government is big. Like America. See, I'm Native American, so I don't identify with any of this stuff. I don't like clubs. I don't see how how the colonists came over to make things better and give people free, and all they did is dominate, control, and make it how they wanted it. It was just all BS. It's all them being control, and taking and killing and maiming and pillaging and doing all that stuff that the freaking control freaks do. Without in regard to the condition of the planet. We're supposed to be the custodians. We aren't the custodians. But this planet's going to be okay because it recognizes the human beings as the threat. And look what is happening. Look how the freaking Mother Earth defends herself. Every day there's a tornado outbreak that's in a different part of the country. See, human beings are supposed to take care of the earth. It's an agreement between Creator and the Spirit. That's how it's supposed to be, and we didn't hold up our bargain. So every time that happens, how often does a civilization fall? How often does the planet reset? Like now it's like every 120 years, 125, like because is lost. And all they got to do is like keep stuff clean, and they don't want to do that. You got these weird people with weird ideas that more about putting stuff in their butt than feeding people and making sure everybody has their clothes to wear in the right, keep them warm and cool, and a roof over their head and all this stuff. And we've collectively failed because people chose complacency to be their path because it's more comfortable, it's not as hard work and all that stuff. And so now here we go. We're at the survival of the fittest. We're there. We're in it. And the fittest, and I'm not talking like just physically. I'm not talking physically fit. I'm talking emotionally fit. Mental illness is just emotions not being recognized or even acknowledged, and people don't know what the fuck to do with them. And then you add that to the energy, the science, the physics, astrology. People don't even know what to do with themselves, and they're not making good choices. And where are all the people to show them what good choices are? Hey, instead of freaking getting mad and freaking throwing tantrums and hitting your kid and kicking the dog and beating and all that stuff, go for a walk. Go chop some wood. Go do something to get out of your brain. That's one of the hardest things that I had to come to terms with learning in life, is keeping my hands busy so I'm not laying around, sitting around, thinking about all the things that are going to make me sad. Because when I get sad, I get pissed. I get so pissy when I get sad. And that sadness, it comes out sideways. It comes out in anger. Comes out in frustration. Comes out in sarcasm. Comes out in all those kind of ways. I got my path too. At least I ain't never put my hands on anybody out of anger first. I'm not one of those. I know I'm on social media everywhere. People are telling their stories. Men, women of all ages. Don't matter the freaking color of your skin, their nationality. None of that stuff matters. Is that people are seeing that there's been a lot of nastiness. The good has gone. And instead of stopping and fighting those freaking things that to make you part of the darkness, people just succumb to it, become more. And I want to see more people fighting that stuff, fighting the demons that tell the if you hear like any kind of voice in your head, because some people are very cognitive. I'm a clarineer. I got all the clairaudient, all of them. I get so many freaking receivers and I mean, we're just a tuning fork, and we tune in to whatever frequencies are tied to experiences that we've had in life. And a lot of people, something traumatic happens, and maybe nothing traumatic happened today, but it happened like a little while ago. All it takes is something small to put the body in the same frequency that it was when it was traumatized, and then the body is having a hard time differentiating the mind, the body, and the spirit. They all run off in different directions because this is familiar, and then it takes them a while to come all back together again. There's a lot of people get traumatized out there, and they don't come back the same version of themselves. I saw that with a lot of young actresses. They went through so much, or maybe people are acting so good and so much they don't really know who they actually are, which could also be a problem. I have no ideas. I don't know. World's just weird. I just know that, like, and I know I can recognize where other people are fearful too. But I can't go out and be in public and much today because there's just too many people that have nothing better to do, to go to a freaking travel however many hours, use all the resources to go to some fucking podunk town in northern New Mexico to eat some enchiladas. It's just all so wasteful to me. Especially with the condition of the world. I mean, yesterday is a 5-minute window. I was looking at my phone. I was like, holy hell. In 5 minutes, there was earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanoes all happening at the same time. And people just keep going on living in that best life. They don't got no idea that the world is about to rid the cancers of this earth in a big way. She's done it before. Because she agrees and she cooperates for the highest good of all. And if there's too many things on her that want what's best for themselves, that's a cancer. And she's about to rid the earth of a lot more cancers. And it kills me to see these freaking, just the tornadoes alone. But people don't watch the news and they shut it out, and that just that stuff doesn't exist. And the more people ignore it and shut it out, the more it's going to come on their front door. You can't. And if you don't value life, yours or others, there was a reel yesterday that I watched in place in Texas. The mom was like, "Where's my son?" Like, you could hear the terror in these, and it freaking blew the whole, tore everything apart, and then it passed and things are settled down. You hear the son like, I'm fine, and still it's like, why don't they have neighbor, we got to protect all life. Not just people that look a certain way or a certain color or, we got to protect all life. And so I want to see storm places and businesses where hey, you got cut up, come down, there's room for 50 people. I saw what happened in Texas where all those people died at the truck stop. They don't make stuff where it's to keep people safe. They make stuff where it's easy to clean up, it'll blow away, and then they can rebuild, and then more people will come because there's always more people. They just consider it what do they call it, collateral damage. And the hurricane season. So are we as a collective gonna make it an extra bad hurricane season? Because the medium said, because all the scientists are saying it, so we start saying it, and more people said it, and they say it, and they pass it on, and the more people focus on it, that makes things a reality. How about we make a reality? Nah, it's not gonna be as bad as they say. They never really say things that are true anyway. And if they are programming it, then it's probably not natural. It's probably man-made. Maybe. If they can predict it, isn't that predictive programming? Isn't that what they do on TV? Like that show? They keep putting stuff on cartoons and then they happen? Wow, the odds of that are just whoa. Whoa. So we're gonna stay in today, huh, Ma?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll make a couple turkey burgers. Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
Before it gets windy.
Yeah.
What else? I made notes.
Yeah, windy.
Yeah, it was windy. It's gonna be real windy. Yeah, that's another thing they like doing, is burning everything down, and then people don't got no money to freaking build stuff back on. It's like, that's okay, the bank will buy it, and then the people have no place to go. They call it progress. I call it pro-gross. Like, where did when I was a kid, there was a movie called The Never-Ending Story, and the nothing takes over.
Oh,
And that's what's happening, is the nothing.
nothing.
The nothing. People don't care. I don't care. I don't care that they're home. I don't care that their skin's rotting. I don't care that they live in their van. I don't care that they're sending money all. I don't care that it's, I don't care that the deck is stacked. It's all that I don't care. Overhead. Overhead. Overhead, as I understand it, is what a person, business, group, club pays to do what it's supposed to do and sustain itself. Overhead, right? Our overhead is rent. Insurance, which is a racket, is to get other people paid that don't have viable fucking skills. Life insurance, auto insurance, it's all made up reindeer grant. You have to do this, I declare, so we can make prices so much. Like it used to be, it would cost $500 to fix your car, right? Now it's $500 to pay a deductible, so your insurance company can fix the inflated prices of thousands of dollars or total it out. And yet people just go along with it because that's just what they're told to do. That's weird. Have you seen the program that these people are stuck in their loop of doing astrology? They all do the same things, I swear. Like, and they all do, they start out doing readings. They get to a position where they can charge $350, $500 for a reading. Wow. And there's people always out there that can pay it. And then they get their enough clientele that they're like, people are like, oh, you did so good on the then they keep doing it, so they start getting readings like haircuts. And then they do less of the free content and more of the, oh, if you think this is good, come over here. They're all snake salesmen. Snake oil. Come buy my snake. If you think this is good, come over here so you can pay. It's nothing spiritual about it. Don't help the spirit. Don't help advance people. Money don't exist. So when so many people are putting precedence on money, red flag. That's a red flag for me. You're full of shit. Like I respect that they got some, you know, they got some good stuff that they say, but does the stuff that they say, does it ward me paying every month for them to drive around and live that best life and to go, you know, to Egypt and go on, you know, and go on, like, while people are struggling all along their travels? Help me make that make sense. And they all do it. They're all false for profits. I saw freaking Cubs can never be kings throwing a towel because he did something and oh yeah. Cubs can never be kings. Another paid content. At least he's offloading his studio so people don't have to, you know, pay for his toys, and he's selling off all of his. I bet you just sell off that suit with that metal suit, you know, it's crap. It's landfill. And he lives in LA where there's homeless people everywhere. What do you do for them, David? But you can drive a jet ski in circles, in a loop. That ain't a fucking claim to fame. That ain't a legacy, dude. No. You could have been like me, done your foreign enlistment as a seaman, got out and spread the truth about what the military is, but you couldn't even honor that commitment. See, people say they're gonna do things and they can't. And then when it comes to do their thing, they're like, nah, I don't wanna. And my whole life, I've been honoring my commitments. A commitment that I took when I was 15 to my mom. Ma, they never put you in a home, Ma. Those places are awful. They do terrible things to people in those places. All the while watching people that love their family put their family in homes. It's so bizarre. Because why? It's hard to watch them die? Yeah, it's hard to watch things die. It's hard to watch things get old. It's hard to watch things suffer. It's a lot harder to do this stuff alone. So I appreciate all the people that just step in, and just because it sucks. You know it sucks. You know it's so hard to watch people take their last breath, and it's so hard to know that you're going to miss this thing that you love so much for the rest of your life. But just think how they feel when they got to go through it alone. So I'm not going to let nobody do that. And I knew back in 2010 when I got all these dogs in dog rescue, I was at the top of my, I had the job, I was making the money, I owned the house in the good neighborhood. And my soul just said, Marge, survivor's remorse, there's too many people out there while you're mowing their lawn that they never had nobody take care of them. They don't know how to take care of themselves, and the systems are not. There's no system. They aren't there to help people, and the cracks of society are getting wider because they're like me, and it's just like, well, if I can't get through on the phone or email, and I'm not gonna go down to the office and spend hours and hours. Mom did. Mom used to. We spent so many hours waiting to see doc because we're poor and we're just the throwaway people, and they always help the people that can pay or that they know, or there's always the preferential treatment first. And that's why it's important, and every place I've ever moved, it's always the people at the bottom that have been through hell that are trying to help people. It's never the people that have always had their fucking little asses fucking wiped for them by their mommy and daddy. And I know, because my dad was one of those. See, I recognize people for who they are, and I'm not gonna succumb to that appeal to emotion and be like, oh, I'm gonna be loyal to him because his name is on my fucking birth certificate. He never was there for me. He's one, and he's a dick, and his mommy, and so now I can see like who the jerks are, who they're carbon copies of one another, and they all act the same. They might look different, but they all act the same. The ego. Maniacal. I'm just going to do what I want. And they're everywhere. And I see them all. Every person sitting on a Harley Davidson. How much did that cost you? How much service have you, but people work so hard they got fluffy. It used to be that people worked so hard and then they grind and grind and grind, and then they get a day off, and then they relax or whatever, and catch up and try and recharge. Now it's people play all the time, and maybe one day a week they find something, that they could do, for some, no, they got to get paid. People don't do good things unless they get paid a lot. I live in Taos, New Mexico, man. This place is bought and paid for. I'm just trying to find a way to freaking have a little pocket of how I want things, so I don't have to deal with them. Because all the bureaucrats, there ain't no community in this country that isn't been freaking, their mindset hasn't been taken over by the colonial mentality. And it's just, I think it's extra sick where I live because there's so much Native Americans, and it's just like everybody just turned. They didn't took a knee. They sat down at the seat in the casino. Same kind of thing. Instead of fighting against the freaking grossness in their ways, they succumbed to it, and I never did. And that's why I'm not welcome in a lot of places, because I'm not going to do what they do, because what they do, it's only good for them or a small group. It ain't good for everybody. Anyway, what else? I had notes. How you doing today, Mom? So, there's a lot, single people out here. We can't afford the overhead, pay for other people's trucks, and with the logo of their nonprofit that says we help take care of people, But first we gotta buy, have the office space, and we gotta get the letterhead, and we gotta do all these things first, and then when people give money, we'll use that to help the people, like we say on the logos and trucks, and then they always think of other stuff that they can do to, what they could use to help people, like, oh, we'll pay for everybody to go over here to this conference so they can learn how to help people, but really it's a fucking paid vacation. And how many people, like, have gone on, like, vacation, and then they drank, and because they cut loose on vacation, and then they cheat on their spouse. It's just all such a, it's just, this country's gross. And it could have been a beautiful place. I hope it can be a beautiful place. I hope more people start recognizing the grossness of the darkness of the hearts that have prevailed over this land. And start changing their hearts. I really do. It would be rad if that happened. And I think it's happening. It's just, of course, it's not happening as fast as I'd like, because, well, that's how I am. Hi, Hippie Opium. Hi, Middle Pancakes. You guys are going into winter. We're about to go into summer. But where we live, only get Fahrenheit. I don't know Celsius. You gotta excuse me, I'm ignorant. I was born in the United States. Corporation of America. Where if, like, things make sense, they'll go, let's do the opposite to create division. So I guess my lot in life now is seeing where I can find, to wherever there's division, and get over my own ego and my own self, and just in whatever situation try and find a common ground. That's the thing, is, like, I see people, and I'm willing to be flexible. I want both parties to get what they want out of every interaction. There's just so many people out there that they don't feel the same way. They want their shit, and they want my shit too. And the art of the deal. All that shit, all that nonsense. I don't want anything to do with all of that, yet that's what the world wants. So let's see if I've done the work. Maybe I have, maybe it's not. I always think maybe I haven't done the work enough. Maybe I did. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just stay home a lot more. You guys, I saw you guys where it was, I think it was down there by Papua New Guinea that had the 6.6 where there was, so it was down by there. The earth is no different than us. We grow from the inside. If you don't absolve your pain and suffering, you're going to do things to make yourself feel better. And most people in America, they choose their diet to do that. Feel bad, eat good, feel bad, eat bad. Make you feel better? How does that equation work? I see more people trying to work on their fitness, and that really does my heart good. Because it does their heart good. And it makes me sad when so many people are freaking, dying at such young ages. Because of energy drinks and heart disease and all these things that are easily prevented. Hi, Tuck. You want to go up here, Bubba? Come on, babies. You want to sit by Grandma Retta? Come here, Bubba. Want to lift? Want to lift? Pretty boy? Want to lift? Come on, Bubba. He don't like the lights. There. Here, I'll just unplug it. Well, that's not bad. Come here, baby. Don't jump. Don't jump. Come here. Easy, 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 easy. Go see Luna? Go ahead. Come on. So they're going to go back to their other dog food. I'm not going to give them their vitamin, maybe like once a week and not every, because I think it's overloading their, it's giving them the shits and stuff, the system. So, good boy, Tuck. Gotta get him comfortable. There he is. Okay, let's see. It's really cold down there. Getting really cold this way. Didn't want to leave my bed. Yeah, that's about how. Have a good sleep. What was I just going to tell about a story about too, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Did I write it down? From licenses to I knew that was coming, and now they're doing it. I just didn't know how freaking... Because when I worked at Creighton, I worked the last couple years at the student service desk. So basically, if you paid tens and $1,000, you know, and you bought your computer through Lenovo, that you could bring your if anything happened to it, you could bring it in hardware. And I saw people that like threw their shit. How people treat tools that they need to be successful in their life shows me how they treat and use people as stepping stones. Like, if you're not going to fucking take care of yourself and your things, my head is automatically going to go to the place that you're not going to do nothing for me. So look at all the people. And so every day I go out, it's like, I know these people aren't going to do things for, they're not going to be there, but I'm going to show them how to show up for other people. And that's what I try and do. Hi, PETA. You're in Australia, too. That's 2 people from Australia right now. Australia. That's a long ways away, is it? It's on the other side of the coin, isn't it? Aren't we on a coin? I don't know. But I do know people that are pilots, and I've asked them, like, what do you think? Have you ever seen the curvature of the earth? And they're like, no, I haven't. It's not that big. There's truth and there's lies. And there's more than 50% of the planet right now that serves themselves because they like to live in that lie. And I don't know what the percentages of the truthers are. Because all the truthers that I hear speak truth, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, really? You're speaking truth, but you're living a lie with all those little fucking dolls and shit, and every time you travel around living that best life. And I'm not in accord to people that are like, it's not good to tell people all this stuff. People don't know how to be good to other people. They don't know how easy it is to be good to other people, to make food and take it to where the people are and give them the food. Not, here's a building, pay for this building, pay me to sit in this building so I can invite people here from on the streets to eat the food. No, that makes your life fucking cushy, slacker. People want to help people. They're going to get in the streets and they're going to do it. Just goes to show how much they don't. They do in Mesa. They do in Taos. I'm going to do it more. For folks that don't have an address until we get you an address. And I see all these people I hear stories about all these people. Oh, I was on the streets. I was homeless. So you know how bad it sucks? There's still people there, right? Oh, but it got good for you? Is that what it is to be a human being? Either you get everything you need and want, desire, and turn into a narcissistic a-hole, or you get freaking tormented, freaking suffer, traumatized, and then just like never get past the thick of the a-hole? Is that what life is supposed to be about? I don't think that's what life is supposed to be about. That's what the dominators and the control freaks have made it about. I don't think it's supposed to be that way. Flat as a pancake. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. What if the world just morphs through, is like constantly evolving its shape? Like if it's going, like because more people think it's flat, so like it makes it flat, and then no, it's round, so okay, it's round to help the sell the manufacturers, the people that sell globes and maps and things like that. You know what I mean? It's all so bizarre. How you doing, little lady? So it's supposed to be like 82 today, and then tomorrow it's 84, which I'm supposed to take Luna to get her staples out, or her, not staples, her stitches. And so I'm a little, I just have to make sure I put her in the right seat. Because when I took Tucker to the vet last week, I put him in the wrong seat, and he was right in the fucking sun, and he was just like, and I had to pull over and put him in the right seat. The one that wasn't in the sun, because I don't have air conditioning. So, what else? Oh, here we go. This is why I don't participate in freaking holidays and crap like that. Because it's just commercial. It's just people saying, oh, look, we care. Does Violet Ruby want the chair? Sweet! I put the word sweet in, and it just hyperlinked somebody's name that I'm not even friends with. I'm getting rid of the yellow chair. But, I mean, it's a good chair. There's nothing wrong with it. Mom sat in it for years. We got it from Oregon. So. Oh, this one, you know what? I could give a little tour. This place is a little casita, and I have been, how many videos have I done where I was, oh, I can't do a tour because I got a Mac, and I wonder if I could trade off. Can I trade off? That would be so cool. How come that technology exists? That like I'm doing a video here, and then I can go to YouTube over here, to my analytics, live, hit live, and then switch it to this camera. But this, I could show you a little bit. No, I'll just do it later. I'll just do it on my next live on a lap. But this place is so, we're in the main room. I can turn, and so we got the bed here. We got 2 sets of stairs. Tucker's licking his arm. Ma, you want to wave to the folks? So we got the stair here, stair back here. The air conditioner. This thing works so good. It keeps us chill. And then back over here, you can see the light behind the door. That's the bathroom. It has a little gas stove. Peter said hi, Ma. TV. And then the door right there, that goes in through the little kitchen area. And then there's the little living room area that it's just like a little small room, but I put the the bed in there, and then the recliner, and a small TV, so we can, have. And then there's a I can open the door and let the dogs out. I've been taking these dogs out one by one on a leash for 40 years. 4 or 5 times a day. So that, wow. That is like, wow, to open up wow. Like people, it's so weird to see them not be grateful for the stuff that they have that is so vast. When there's so many of us out here that are just like, dude, I can open my door and let my dogs out. And it's a fucking blessing. Yeah, we're happy. We are happy. Yeah, I got her smile. She always says, Marge, you got a nice smile. It's like, that's funny, Ma. It's your smile. It's your smile, Ma. But this place is way much better. I don't have to deal with the daft cow Melinda Gonzalez, my old landlady, anymore. And that's like anybody that rents that place, that's what they're going to have to deal with. Is she's going to get mad and threaten to kick them out. And so whoever lives there is never going to fucking be happy, because there's the threatening, there's the withholder. I know what the withholder is. I was one for a lot of years. You're not, And I don't like, if I see people, I know people are going to withhold from me. Doesn't mean I'm not going to help them if they need my help. Doesn't mean I'm not going to give them a kind word if they need a kind word. People have to learn how to help themselves first. And the best thing you can do is take care of yourself. If you like yourself, No, you don't even have to love yourself yet. Just start with liking yourself. If you hate yourself, move your body and you will hate yourself less. You don't even hate yourself. You just probably feel bad. I did that for years. I just felt bad. And pain, I turned that into me hating myself. Uh-oh. Alright. I think that's about all I got for now. Well, I just forgot that I made a mistake. I was like, shit, I took Benny out and I forgot that I brought Benny back in and then he's right there. So I went to the door and then he wasn't where. So I did do a little walkabout. Thinking I lost me. Anyway. I don't want to be one of those people that, okay, now now we're in a place where we're good. And, oh yeah, the VA claim that I started last August, that came through too. So now, we ain't rich. We got enough income that all of our bills are paid and we're free and clear. So like, I'm all for freaking people getting like universal income. I'm all for it. Because once you get people in a place where they're stable and they don't gotta fucking freak out and worry and think that, this thing's happened and all these other, the snowball effect and all that stuff, then we could start healing some shit. But until, people stop giving a crap about their overhead and their expensive cars and all that stuff, the tornadoes and all, it's just gonna get worse. Because Gaia just looks at us like we're the cancer and it's gonna do whatever it's gotta do to get rid of us. Till we find the vibrational frequency of the species of human being that wants to be the actual custodians of the earth. And I do. So, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try and show other people how to do it. If they want to come join me, they're welcome. If not, they'll just keep watching like they always do, because Taos is a spectator town. Just watch. Just watch. Roads are shit, infrastructure's crap, freaking people all over the place, and it's like this is your community, and that's how you take care of your community, because they worship a beast system. They worship a beast, and I was like, so what's Washington D.C.'s favorite color? What's D.C.'s favorite food? Like when people like care more about a place than people, I always think that's weird, but it's just me. That's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a rad day. Peace!